Observe both my eyes carefully and you'll see my right eye is slightly raised than my left. If you have uneven hooded eyes like me, I'm going to show you a simple technique that'll take your uneven hooded eyes like this to this, a more even set. Let's look at my eyes again, and one more time, as I mentioned, my left eye is slightly lower than my right eye. And if I shut my eyes, you can clearly see the shape of my lids. They're quite different. The first thing that I'm going to do is tackle my eyebrows. When you have uneven eyes, the last thing you want to be doing is keep your eyebrows looking really harsh and heavy. Try to keep it looking as light and natural as possible, but at the same time, give it a clean shape. And for that reason, I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil in the shade Universal Brunette. What I love about this pencil is it's very light, but at the same time, it'll fill in all the gaps. If you have extremely sparse brows, you might want to use something that's a little bit more pigmented, but if you already have heavy brows, go for a lighter pencil like this. Some of my favorite brow pencils are the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I use the shade 4.5, and I also like the Makeup Forever brow pencil as well as Huda Beauty. Anything with a micro tip will give you those light, fluffy brows, which is precisely what we need when we have uneven eyes. So we can start balancing things out at the very beginning. As always, I like to start with the upper portion of my brows by brushing my brow hair downwards with the spoolie, and then I fill it in, and then I use the spoolie brush in the back again to brush my brow hair upwards so I can clearly see at the bottom and fill it in. Now that already looks so much better. As I mentioned before, my left lid looks completely different from my right lid. So to even out everything, I'm going to be using a concealer. And the one that I'm using today is the Milani concealer in the shade 145. I'm going to apply a thin coat all the way from my lash line to the arch of my brows to even out everything. That way both eyelids look the same. And then I'm going to lightly set everything with the one size blurring setting powder just so the concealer doesn't settle in the fine lines and crease. Now that everything's evened out, let's use the technique. But the question is, how high will you take the eyeshadow? Because my one eye does not align with the other eye. So rather than measuring up vertically, here's the most important tip. Mark a point in the center while looking straight in the mirror, which is high above your natural crease line. So when you keep your eyes open and look straight, you should still be able to see that line. So that's going to be above your natural crease line or the fold. Next, use any straight object to align with this line and make 2 markings on your lids. Now, as you can see, my right marking is very close to my natural crease line, while my left one is way above my natural crease line. That's because, as I mentioned before, my left eye is slightly lower than my right eye. But now we know exactly where to create the new line. So we will have an even crease on both sides. And I'm going to go ahead and erase and clean up the line in the center. And then using some lighter brown eyeshadow from the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, I'm going to make 2 more markings on my lid. One in the inner corner and the other one in the outer corner. All I have to do now is join it to the line in the center to create a new crease line. Using more of that brown eyeshadow with a tapered blending brush, I'm going to blend this line out, and then using more fluffy blending brush, I'm going to soften this line further. And if you want to add more eyeshadow, you can, if you want to deepen it further. And if you don't want to use browns, you can also use grays to create the natural shadow. But I like to use browns because it's universally flattering. And now we have a new crease on both sides, which gives the illusion of balance because they are aligned beautifully. It's a subtle correction and makes such a huge difference. Just wait till the end till you see the results. It's absolutely stunning. Using the same brown eyeshadow with a small definer brush, I'm going to apply it in my lower lash line, mostly focusing it in the outer corner and slowly fading it off towards the inner corner. Now that we've created a bigger lid space to make it look very natural, I'm going to pick up the skin tone shade and I'm going to create a very soft cut crease without any harsh edges. I'm going to apply it all over my lid. This is an important step because it gives you that illusion of a larger lid space. And then using the brown eyeshadow again, I'm going to blend it out in the very outer corner. Using a lighter ivory shade, this is a matte shade. You can also use shimmer if you prefer. I'm going to highlight right in the center. And that'll give you a slight rounded effect to your lid. And I'm also going to use that to highlight my brow bones. Using a nude eye pencil, this is my Makeup Forever in the shade 500. I'm going to highlight just the outer half of my lower waterline. That'll make your eyes pop and make it look bigger and brighter. And to finish up, I'm going to curl my lashes and apply a coat of mascara. The one that I'll be using today is the Smashbox Super Fanned Out Mascara. This is a brand new one, and I absolutely love this. It doesn't clump your lashes, and it definitely looks more fanned and feathered out. And here is the completed look. The steps are super simple and makes such a huge difference. Let's look at the before one more time. And here is the after. If you prefer, you can also use false lashes with this. I don't use false lashes every day, so I just left it at mascara. But false lashes will also look absolutely stunning. I'm going to pair this look with a stunning everyday nude lipstick. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, a beautiful nude pink matte lipstick. And here's the completed look. You couldn't even tell me that I have uneven hooded eyes with this technique. I hope you try this and tag me if you do. My socials are listed in the description box below. This is perfect for every day. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. You'll see new videos from me every weekday from Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye, guys.